Hi, my name is Ms.Blagg, and today we are talking about the slope-intercept form. Okay, today's slope-intercept form, it's y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. If given a point, it's where 0 and some value for b. You can always find your slope and y-intercept if the equation is solved for y and is in the slope-intercept form. We'll be looking at different examples to find the slope and y-intercept. Our first example, given to you as y equals 3x plus 5. It's given to you in slope-intercept form because it's already solved for y. So we can define that slope is 3 and that b is 5, which is the y-intercept. We could write that as 0, 5. In example 2, we're given 4x minus 7y equals 28. We also want to find the slope and y-intercept. We can only find the slope and y-intercept from an equation if it's in the form y equals mx plus b. So we're going to solve the equation for y by moving the 4x over. So I'm going to subtract 4x to this side. Those are not like terms. I'm left with negative 7y equals negative 4x plus 28. Still need to solve for y completely, so I'm going to divide each term by negative 7. That would cancel that out to give me y equals negative 4 over negative 7. The negatives will cancel out to become positive, so I get 4/7 x. 28 divided by negative 7 would be a negative 4. Now I have the equation in the form y equals mx plus b, so I can pull out the slope and y-intercept. The slope being 4/7, and b, you want to include the sign, would be negative 4, which is written as the intercept 0, negative 4. Okay, in examples 3 and 4, we're still looking to write these in the slope-intercept form. In example 3, you're given the slope and a point, but the point just happens to be the y-intercept because x equals 0. So we can go straight into our slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, by plugging in the slope, which is 1/2 x, plus b, which is negative 4. You can rewrite that if you want as 1/2 x minus 4. Moving on to example 4, this time you're given 2 points. So the thing we're missing here is we also need a slope. Now we can see here again, since x is 0, this point right here is already given to you as the y-intercept. So you already have b to equal 6. But we need to find slope. So to find your slope, we're going to refer back to finding slope using our formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if we label these, I can label this as x1 and y1, and label this as x2 and y2. Finding our slope from these 2 points, y2 is 0 minus y1 is 6. x2 is negative 3 minus x1, which is 0. Finishing it out, we end up with negative 6 over negative 3, which equals positive 2. So now that we have the slope to be 2, and we already have the y-intercept to be 6, we can go straight to our slope-intercept form, which is y equals 2x plus 6. In our last example 5, we're again given 2 points, but this time neither of those points is a y-intercept because the x is not 0 in either point. So we're going to need to do 2 things. First, we're going to need to find the slope. So we need slope, and then we'll have to use another form to get to slope-intercept form. So to find slope, again, we refer back to our slope formula of y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I'm going to label my points. We'll label them as this is x1 and y1, and this is x2 and y2. Plugging that into my formula, I will have y2 is 4 minus y1 is 2. x2 is negative 3 minus x1 is negative 1. Minus a negative, we can make that plus. 4 minus 2 is 2 over negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2, which reduces to be negative 1. Slope equals negative 1. Now, again, since neither of our points are the y-intercept, we can't go straight to our slope formula, so we're going to have to use the point slope form. Which is y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. You can use either point. Since I've already labeled negative 1, 2 as x1 and y1, and I have my slope now to be negative 1, I'm going to go ahead and use this point with this slope. So I have y minus y1, which is 2, equals my slope is negative 1 parentheses x minus x1, which is negative 1. All right. So we have a double negative, so we can go ahead and change that to plus. And now we need to just put it in slope-intercept form first by removing the parentheses. So y minus 2 equals, if I distribute here, I get negative 1x, which I'll just write as negative x. Negative 1 times positive 1 is negative 1. And then solving for y, to get it in the correct form, I will add 2 to this side, leaving me with y equals negative x plus 1 for my slope-intercept form.